alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform all of our lives. And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, another natural phenomenon which takes place in all human beings is the mirroring of neurons. So our neurons mirror that of the avatar. And the mirroring of neurons activate the process of all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. So that silently and without moving, receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. And the Akashic readings is not a prediction, it is readings from the cosmic archives beyond space, where creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time, the past, present, and future start, but because the Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, no future, no present, and no future. That is why what you call is happened, happening, and yet to happen is clearly already recorded in the Akashic records. And now, let us understand more about who the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is, the one who is giving us pure and great science of Baba Samadhi Darshan. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam
of the Kanchi Kairasa Satyamikam, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Sarangi Samrajam, is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailas Sonata Shamarapita Satyamikam, and is the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Attalakada, the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukti Swarga Pramadinam, and is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as the teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles, and it has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses delivered, and has enriched and reached over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as the commentator of all sacred scriptures such as the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and many more.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, and is the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas and Rudras, Rishis and Rishikas, Bhairavas and Bhairavis, and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasas Nithyananda Hindu University, in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, is the founder reviver of over 170 pitas, and is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And now, with that, we will be moving to the next segment of this program, where all of us will be seeing a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers awakened in us through the Diksha by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So today, the Balsans, the Nithyananda yogis, and the initiate disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism will be demonstrating and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha by the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of you will also be receiving the initiations into the third eye awakening, along with many other powers, with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And you will all be manifesting the powers of third eye awakening as well, which is of third eye, which is seen with eyes blindfolded, as well as many other powers such as body scanning, remote vision, teleportation, materialization, levitation, and much. Most of you might be wondering where exactly the third eye is located. So the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. So now let us understand more about what exactly are these Shaktis, which we are speaking about, how they manifest, and what is their source. So in the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. And manifesting powers are described by Paramashiva and the Vedas and Agamas as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various sciences and various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And these Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. Now, some of you might have heard the term called siddhis, as it's a very common term used for any type of extraordinary manifestation. So let's look at the exact difference between Shaktis and siddhis. So Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru under a source of enlightenment, whereas siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and on the path of enlightenment. And the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation by the avatar and are permanent, whereas siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Trubhava, which is pulling out a delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And now, the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, his divine holiness, has come down as the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva and the representative of Paramashiva, and is also the reviver of Kailasa. So, Kailasa is the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation and the great cosmic warless Hindu nation. And ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. And it was where the science of enlightenment and power manifestation was lived and taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in the modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these yogic powers, these yogic sciences, and transmitting it to the world at a record breaking pace which is never accomplished before. And all of this knowledge, all of these sciences are passed down from one generation to the next through the science of Diksha, initiation by enlightened gurus. And in Sanskrit, it is called the Guru Parampara, which is the lineage of gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age by his gurus, was trained and taught into these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of our manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana, and much more. And now let's see how we can awaken these Shaktis in us. How can we awaken these divine Shaktis in us and manifest them ourselves? So the supreme point of Hinduism beautifully says that every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajna. And the science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And then the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified these sciences. And the third is the Atma Pramana, which is an account from the life of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. This millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. And then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Now, some of you might be wondering what exactly are these Vedas and Agamas in which Paramashiva has described all of these, has revealed all of these sciences in a very elaborate way. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the ultimate truth that explains are the scriptures where the applied technology and the applied sciences are expanded. So the Vedas and Agamas, the Veda Agamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. So now, let us get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. After we go through the pramana for its first power, which is seen with the eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra pramana for the power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. कपालान्तर्मनोऽन्यस्य तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसोदार्द्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम्. And the translation for this verse is by fixing the mind on the inner space within the ground center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession. By that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of Teda. Beautifully, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्. So Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So, this comes from when Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye during the revelation of the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita. He initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye so Arjuna can behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And this verse is from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And it is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana in Swamiji's own words. He says, The first experiences that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as me. And here you can all see the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So here you can see study measures were done on the brainwaves of the Supreme Court of Hinduism using a positron emission tomography, a PET scan. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there is high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And we will be getting into the Sakshi Pramana where this rare and sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to all of us for humanity for our ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Pontiff. And as the living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Point of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences, to the world through the science of Diksha initiation to billions of people. And everyone who has been initiated into these sciences have actually experienced and witnessed the profound results and extraordinary manifestation in their day-to-day lives. So now let us get ready to witness a live Sakshi Pramana, a live demonstration of the powers of third eye. Yes. So now let us get into the live demonstration of sound. So here with me I have this eye band. In front it is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and in the back there's thick black sponge which will not enter around the eyes. You can all see the eye band, and into these two sockets over here my eyes will be going into, and this eye band will also be covering the bridge of the nose. So this eye band is actually certified by ophthalmologists, and it's usually given for people who are suffering from insomnia, and it's given to them so they can have a better sleep. So this eye band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer, and once that is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your live comments in the chat box, in the live chat box. You can put anything that you would like me to read, and I will be reading out your comments. So now a volunteer will be putting on this eye band for me, and all of you can see as the eye band is being put. You can put a different title. It's in center if you look. It's towards yes. So now the eye band has been put. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eye band has been put. There's no gaps anywhere. And now the YouTube comments will be projected in front of me, and we'll also be projecting it for all of you. Yes, so We have uh, the first comment from Kritananda, who is Yashodan Kulkarni, who has put Nithyananda. And then Nirosha Jayashekara has asked if is the darshan finished. Yes, sir. Today in the last night, in last night's program, we had the alive Sundareshwara Baba Samadhi Darshan, and we are now starting again with the Parashakti Akashic readings. Yes, and anyone else also who would like to put your comments, you can put your comments. It can be anything, it can be a sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, words, sentences. It can even be something that does not make sense at all. So, any of you watching us right now, you can post anything. You can post anything that you would like me to read. Well, it can be something that you think I may not be able to read, but through the third eye, Paramashiva will surely show what is the comment. So you can post a different language, or you can put scientific terms that you think I may not be able to read. And especially if you're skeptical about this power, you can put your comments as well. And after this, we will also be having the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan, also you can put your comments. So anyone watching us